Women of Reddit, what are some things you would recommend to men to be better boyfriends? Just hug her for no reason sometimes. Edit. Thanks for my first award and all the upvotes. Love your faces. Yes. If she's a hug person, random hugs plus little kisses on the cheek / forehead / shoulder are so super cute. Sometimes I'll hear running, then my husband will launch himself through the door of whatever room I'm in, give me a hug and a kiss, then run away again. Affirm your affection for them by saying nice things or qualities you like about them. You're so. I love that you do that. Anything that shows your reassurance that they are the best. Honestly, get excitable. Nothing kills a conversation like when a man tries to look cool and not geek out when they want to. Seeing a dude get excited over their interests is adorable. If you never show how excited you are about a hobby / subject / interest, you know you'll be getting socks for Christmas. Man here, taking notes. Be tidy, clean and hygienic. Hug and cuddle without pressuring for sex. Listen and remember what she says. Say nice things you notice about her. Don't have sex with other girls. Share feelings, probably the hardest one. So having sex with other men is still on the table? Just take a moment to reflect on what conversations you're having and what you're bringing to them. I know there's this idea that your partner is the person you can vent to, but is that all you're doing? Try to be mindful that your partner also has difficult times. Are you as available to listen to them as they are for you? Do all or even most of your conversations turn into a back and forth of complaints about work / traffic / etc? Question mark? Are those complaints really worth the time you're dedicating to them? I recently suggested to my boyfriend that, hey, let's make the bed a no complaining zone. I brought it up because every single night I would find myself just laying in the dark rolling my eyes as he went on and on about the same issues with the same co-workers every single night. Even nights when he didn't work would end up this way. Now we have a rule of if this is really something that you want to talk about right this moment, we'll go sit on the sofa and talk. It gives you a moment to just consider if it's really that big of an issue or not. What he's found is that usually it's not worth it, and I've seen a positive change in him. He seems happier now that he's not dwelling on small stuff. Edit. I super heartily commend many of y'all's self-awareness and ability to take a moment to consider the impact your actions have on the people you care about. Surprise her sometimes by remembering something you shared and calling back to it. Remember when you said you weren't hungry and then ate half my nachos and most of the guac? I do. Communicate instead of yelling. I have made a pact with myself to never be with a person ever again who doesn't make an effort to communicate with me. It's paid off immensely, and I'm super happy with a wonderful man now who I never argue with when all my previous relationships were torrentially toxic and abusive. I'm not saying not arguing ever is normal, but it definitely isn't normal when people yell and cuss as a communicative norm. Edit. All these upvotes give me hope. DBT therapy is something I highly recommend for anybody who has grown up around yelling and is trying to make a positive change, especially the module emotional regulation. I've been in it for 6 months and it truly has changed my life. What I've come up with is that every 3 months the girl I'm intimate with and I have a check-in to see if there's anything we are unhappy with. A how are you text and a thinking about you text etc goes a long way. Affirmations and validation work well. Sorry I'm semi-stupid. What does that mean? You're not stupid, you just haven't encountered this yet. Example validation. Your feelings make sense. It's okay to be mad / sad / hurt by that. Or I don't think I understand. Can you help me understand what you mean? Validation works when built on the premise that everyone's behavior is based on some kind of rationality. It makes sense to them. No one does stupid or bad things on purpose. When you take time to understand how they perceive something, you will often be able to validate their emotions. Oh, I understand why you would feel that way. Once validated, people are generally more open to alternatives. Example affirmation. I like you for the person you are. You are good. I love you, even when you're not perfect. I honestly feel like being a good boyfriend is very subjective. Of course you want FO do all the broad, good person stuff like being invested and supportive of her life, being kind etc. but get to know her, find out what she likes, and what she appreciates. What's her love language? What are the small things that can really take things to the next level for your relationship? What triggers her or makes her upset? What are her turn-on/turn offs? Pay attention. Get to know the person you're dating and invest in them. Well, actually, that's why I ask a bunch of questions of what she loves and dislikes and what helps and what doesn't. I love discovering more about women. They truly are amazing. Don't put us on a pedestal though. Equality isn't holding us up as Madonnas. Sometimes I think worship can be just as dehumanizing as apathy, though in different ways. Hugs and affection with no ulterior motive. Sometimes I like to be held without feeling like he's wanting to duck me. I've had relationships grind to a halt, pun intended, because even after I explicitly mentioned I wasn't feeling the frick-frack, whomever I was dating would take any physical affection as a sign I changed my mind. It meant that once I knew he wanted to have sex, I couldn't be casually affection with him, or I'd have to turn him down 3 to 4 times or just deal with him grinding up against me while I was trying to sleep. I had an ex who would only really kiss me when he was horny. We would cuddle without getting horny, but he never initiated kissing unless it was during sex. It was a poopy relationship. Explain how you feel. We want to know what you're feeling. I get asked this sometimes when I'm doing household chores, but the answer of neutral is not one anyone understands. Like, I'm not happy, sad or angry, I'm just washing the pots. I don't always have an emotional state to express. I'm a woman with ADHD, so I completely understand the concept of not thinking about anything sometimes. I also have a lot of thoughts that just don't seem worth the time expressing, so I just don't discuss them. It baffles the women I'm friends with, lol. As a man with ADHD, my thoughts are so jumbled all the time I can't even articulate out loud what any of them even mean. When I'm asked what are you thinking about, everything and nothing is almost always the answer. Clean up after yourself. For God's sake, clean up after yourselves. I actually have this theory that the "clean up after yourself" narrative is half the problem. Cleaning up after yourself, if the absolute minimum anyone should be doing. What's more helpful and less talked about it? Maintenance cleaning. Sweeping outside, mopping the floors, giving the fridge a deep clean, wiping down the light switches and skirting boards, dusting, organizing the laundry room, and cleaning the off. Putting your own socks in the hamper isn't impressive. If you're not emptying the bathroom bin, giving the linen cupboard a declutter, or taking off the couch cushion covers to give them a wash from time to time too, then it means someone else is doing all of this while also cleaning up after themselves. Don't clean up after just yourself. Do some of the other stuff too. I also hear men need respect, women need love. Why not do both for both? Exactly, I couldn't agree more. I may hang out with your friends like one of the guys, or play video games like one of the guys, but I'm not one of the guys. I'm your girlfriend. Give me attention outside of hanging with your friends. Do things with me other than what you like to do with your friends, and spend quality time with me away from your friends. Not as a special treat, not as a holiday surprise, but as a normal part of our relationship. OMG, this is really speaking to me. As a woman, my last BF broke up with me because he felt as if I didn't want to hang out with his friends. I did. I just didn't want to all the time. When I commented we never had date nights anymore, he freaked out. I thought I was asking for too much. Here's an instance where the guy needs to realize he doesn't actually want to be in a relationship. Hope you're in a happier situation. Pay attention to what she says and remember the little things. Show appreciation for what she does for you. Put in equal work around the house. Encourage her and support her aspirations. Don't ducking cheat. If she's complaining or venting, it's not always because she wants advice or a solution. Sometimes all that's needed is to vent. So, in those situations, just let her vent. Honestly, I have the best boyfriend ever, and he taught me these things. 1. Ask your own girlfriend what you can do to be better for her too. You guys should be a team, not just you. This helps in arguments. Remind yourself you are a team, and that you shouldn't bring your own teammate down. 3. Don't hide your feelings. Be completely open with her. 4. Surprise her every once in a while, and I'm not saying it has to be money. My favorite thing is when I get surprised with notes. 5. Ask her how she is every day and make sure to be there for her 100% when she's down. 6. If she asks you to stop doing something or do something more, listen. Even if you don't agree, compromise on something you both can work with. 7. He always does things for me. Do little things. I say I'm thirsty while laying down. He'll go grab it. Say I want chocolate milk. He'll say let's go. Say I want medicine. He'll put the medicine on the table for me with a glass of water. Main point of it all, be there and truly care. That's how you can be a good boyfriend. Be open about how you feel and make sure she is too. It's harder than it is written on Reddit, but the good times and the meaningful efforts will mean everything in the end. No one said relationships are easy, but the right person makes it completely worth it. You have to be willing to grow into a better person. Lastly, yes, doing all this can make you a better boyfriend, but make sure she's doing enough back too. Like I said in number 2, it should be a team. Best of luck to you. Send memes. I think whatever gender or sexuality you are, we can agree this works. Just keep your girl up to date on things. If you're having a busy day, it keeps them less worried and making sure you are safe. This isn't a necessary thing, but my so is a local truck driver, and the fact that he will text me when he is near a store that has stuff I like or need and ask if I want him to grab anything makes me love him even more. I don't work outside of the house, so it saves me a trip and I love it. He also will go get me medicine if I need it without hesitation. I should give him more back rubs. Quick shout out to the thoughtful men out there